Deliver room, deliver room, dot, dot, deliver room, deliver room, deliver room, dot, dot, deliver room, deliver room. Deliver room, what's going on? Welcome back to Deliver Room. I am your main man, Mr. Starvin Artist, and this is
your boy, Jay Allen.
So what's going on, Jay Allen?
And I am Buddy.
Hey,
I was getting to you.
Whatever.
I cannot
I
with
was
these
getting
things.
to you.
I'm gonna replace both of you all.
Buddy, do you think he has that kind of power?
I do.
Thank you.
Well, stay tuned for The Patio. I'm just saying. Starring Mr. Starvin Artist. What's going on with TV this week, man?
You know what? With lots of great stuff happening, and we're gonna start with our girls, Devious Maids.
Devious Maids, Lifetime.
Yes, Devious Maids is getting so funny. First, it started off with Carmen. As we, what are you looking at me for?
I'm just listening to what you're saying.
You know, last episode, Carmen left her phone at her boss's house, Jacqueline's house. And, you know, so Jacqueline thinks now that Carmen is the one that's messing around with her husband. So
Correctly.
Right? But, you know, Carmen's like, how am I going to get out of this? So she goes back and she's like, oh, did I leave my phone at your house? First of all, how she did not know she left her phone there?
How does anybody leave their phone?
Let me tell you, I get out, if I leave my phone, I get like outside and I'm like, oh no, I left my
wrong.
phone.
I need my phone.
Right, that's what I always do, like my friends used to say, the 1-2 step, the phone, wallet, key, glasses.
wallet, key, cell phone.
If I leave anything else, then it's not that important.
Yeah.
I can come
wallet,
back and
key,
get it.
cell phone.
Right. So,
Carmen, get on that plan.
Yes, please get on the plan. So she was like, but her plan was awesome, I thought, because she basically was
It
like,
was rather strategic.
yeah, she was like, did I leave my phone there? She was like, oh, did your husband call me? And so she was like, why would my husband call you? And so she was like, oh, because he's my realtor.
The thing is, though, is that Carmen is a broke maid. She really is a broke maid because Carmen doesn't have any money. That's why she's on taking on these jobs.
Well,
So
I mean,
Sebastian
Jacqueline doesn't know that.
Carmen doesn't know that she doesn't know that Carmen's a maid.
She knows that she's a maid, but she doesn't know that she's broke. But then also, it makes sense that Sebastian will help her because it's just like
Sebastian seems to have a more higher clientele. He's
but
ready to
Sebastian is doing a
house.
favor to help one of his wife's clients.
She didn't mention that in the lie.
No, but I'm just saying it makes sense. Like why you'd be like, oh, okay, Sebastian's doing a favor to help one of his wife's clients who he knows.
Jackie's a smart black chick.
No,
That's why
she bought it at first.
Did she?
She did. I think she bought it at first.
So then, when did she stop buying it then?
I don't know.
Exactly, because she's a smart black chick.
So you know, well, eventually it comes out because Carmen does her first TV interview, and you know she's supposed to get a tease of her music video.
A tease, literally.
Yes, and it turns out to be none other than a sex video of Carmen and her boss's
Sebastian.
husband. That was like the ultimate thing. Like, I'm gonna embarrass you on TV and my husband. I'm gonna teach you to cheat on me. And I was like, yes, I was down for that 100%. You know, moving on. Adrian and
Adrian and Evelyn.
Adrian and Dion.
Adrian and Dion, you know, the young boy that Evelyn brought to foster in the previous week's episode. You know, Evelyn kind of wants to force them to bond or whatever. And you know what? Surprise, surprise, they do.
They find common ground.
They find common ground.
Yeah, at the country club.
At the country club.
Yeah.
Dion the snob in the making.
Yeah, and I love it. I love it.
Dion the snob in the
Dion
making.
called me in about 12 years.
12 years when you're 45. Yes, Dion. Call him then.
And so, you know, the foster care agency is setting up a home interview, just to make sure that Dion, the foster child, is actually in a safe environment, which, you know, is still in a safe environment. So they're going to do these interviews. And so Evelyn's so worried about this because she's still under the impression that Adrian still doesn't want Dion. She doesn't know that they've gotten past a hurdle and that they're friends now and different things like that. So
matching ascots and
they have matching things. And so, you know, she's talking with a friend and who tells her basically to drug Adrian, basically, and that it basically will make him in a state of happiness and nothing will happen.
Not a friend, that nutbag, Olivia.
Yes, but you know, so yes, Olivia's back.
Yes.
And we'll talk a little bit more about her.
She's been back for 2 episodes already. She came back last week.
Did she?
Yeah, she really did.
Olivia. I don't think she came back last
She
week.
really did. That's when they confronted her. She came to the issue. She came back last week though.
Did she?
She really did.
Well, whatever. She's back. And so, she Evelyn takes 2 of these pills and she puts it in some iced tea. And the interviewer actually drinks the iced tea, so she ends up being drugged. And so then she just goes crazy. And meanwhile,
But off to no bull though. Evelyn just had like glasses laying around, and the
But
chick
you
just
don't-
came up. She just like, oh my god, I'm so thirsty. You just gonna come and drink from somebody's stuff?
Right, you cannot do that,
It's
right.
in nobody's house. First of all, it's rude, and then they put it in a drink.
right, exactly. So she got what she was coming
Yeah,
for. She didn't
note
be
to-
like, "Is
note
this
to
mine?"
self.
And then she like go.
She called me like, oh my god, like
Yeah,
a beast.
So Dion actually was taking pictures on the iPad.
Dion's very resourceful.
And so she
I
comes
wonder
to
where Dion comes from, actually. Need to find his backstory. No, because Dion, he's crafty. He has his spots already.
He's very crafty. And so basically, she comes to and she realizes she's been drugged, so she accuses the Powells of drugging her. And they're like, we didn't. And then she's like, yes, you did. I don't drink, yada, yada, yada. So Dion basically shows her all the pictures and says that they're going to blackmail her if she tells. So Dion's safe with the Powells. Well, safe is a relative word.
It's very relative in that instance.
I think he fits very well with the Powells, actually. So I'm excited to see him. And
Just don't go playing in the street, Dion. Just don't go playing in the
That's
street.
sad.
I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying.
R.I.P. Barry.
Right, Barry. All right.
So Zoila.
Zoila, the
and
most
Joy.
pregnantest, oldest maid working ever.
Her and Joy are in a little skerfuffle.
Yes, okay.
Yes, skerfuffle. Word of the day. Look it up.
Spell it if you can.
Okay.
During a little skerfuffle about, basically Christopher.
Well, they're in a skerfuffle about who has territory. Who's going to be the best maid?
Who's going to be the best maid? And also because Christopher is still pushing for Zoila to get up out of there. So, what's her name? What's her name? Patty?
Joy.
Joy is showing Zoila up. I mean, everything that Zoila thinks that she's doing flies.
But she's doing the most, though. She's doing way
Well, she
too much.
made swans out of
Right,
towels.
she made
and
swans
stuff.
out of towels, putting candies on pillows.
I think that's
Not at your house.
Hey,
That's crazy.
these people are. I think they're millionaires.
That's crazy. Come on
Man.
now. Joy's doing the most.
Well, I mean, she got mints to put there. Somebody ain't like Joy's going out buying the mints.
She probably did, knowing
She went
Joy.
over
She was
her
an
own
overachiever, and Joy basically was like, "You're breaking maid code," and she was like,
And what's funny about that house is that nobody lives in that house but Jean.
"And why is it so dirty?"
It's
all
so
the
dirty.
time?
What she be doing in there? Just Jean Pierre, her old 5'1" self running around there.
Right.
No kids, no nothing.
And so during one of the competitions, Joy takes Dr. Christopher's urn, who has his mother inside of it, and it actually falls onto Joy. And so she's distraught because she cannot believe this man's mother's remains are spilt on the floor, spilt all over her. And she's like, I can't tell him because he's going to be so disappointed in me. So,
And she does a very sad story
She does
about
tell a sad story.
how she came from Cambodia. And Christopher took her under his wing and has been looking after her ever since. But my whole thing was that the urn, why is it at this woman's house? 'Cause it's not Christopher's house. And
because
then
he brought all his stuff there.
okay, well maybe. I'm not bringing my deceased mother.
Yes, if
She's
you
not
go
coming.
through all the trouble to put your parents in an urn, that means they mean something to you. And a lot of people would keep.
My parents mean something to me.
No, but I
I'm
mean-
not gonna carry them around with me everywhere I
No,
go.
most
Though.
people would put them like on a mantle, like above the fireplace or something like that. What are you talking about? Like most
I'm
people
not.
that have their parents in those urns, like you go to their living room and above the fireplace, that's where it is.
Y'all need,
It's not in
y'all need to warn me before I come at your living room if you got
Yes.
your mother sitting there on the fireplace mantle. I'm just saying.
That's what the urns are for. That's why they're decorative looking, so that you can display them.
As a man that's getting cremated one day, when I do meet that golden time in the sky, toss me over in the Potomac River for all I care. I don't want y'all keeping me around the dinner table and be like, all right, this is Javon, whatever you like this meal. I don't want that to happen. I'm just saying. That's a note to family, self, future loved ones, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But then there was no lid on the urn.
Yeah, no, I think maybe the lid fell off when she fell back. So that's to be concerned. So Zola decides that she's gonna help her out, and she takes the dust from the vacuum cleaner and puts it in there. She's like, he'll never know. But he does know because apparently he holds his mother quite often and was like,
Freak.
what does Lurleen mother feel like? And she was like, Joy hesitated, and then Zoila basically covered for Joy and was like, oh, well, I was the one who dropped it. So now Christopher is even more upset with Zoila, so he really wants Joy to get her out of there. So I don't know about that.
We're going to see where that goes.
You know, so also Olivia is wanting a recommendation from Marisol for Jesse, because I guess Jesse is real resourceful because he got so many jobs on his own.
On his own. He doesn't need Marisol.
Right. And so Marisol eventually is like a little hesitant because she really doesn't want to let Jesse go. And so she basically lets Olivia come to the conclusion that she's not a good fit for Jesse. And doesn't get hired. Jesse is pissed and basically gets Marisol to basically go back and say that, you know, she was a little jealous, that, you know, Jesse actually would be an amazing maid for her. And then, you know, she's talking to Olivia, and Olivia starts to give her this dirt that, first of all, she's back with Michael, who's her ex-husband, Michael Stafford. And then, why are you laughing? And then she also mentions that Blanca was murdered, which this is the first time that someone said that she's murdered. Because everyone thinks that Blanca committed suicide. So now Marisol's like, what are you talking about murdered? And so now Blanca is thinking that Olivia may have something to do with Blanca.
The mystery continues.
Anyway, so that's Devious Maids. Tune in tonight because it's going to be so good. It's going to be juicy. Power! Oh my gosh, Power was giving me a lot of life on Saturday.
Power was very good this past weekend.
This is a big rich town. I just come from the poorest part.
Again, that album on
Big
iTunes Friday.
I'm gonna make it. This is $9.99.
$9.99. But on Power this week, there was more resolution to Tommy's arrest last week with the Lobos and the trial that ensued. Well, the preliminary hearing that ensued, and Angela, you know, is trying to persecute the case, and
well, the case actually, his bail gets denied originally.
Well, yeah, and his bail should get denied with what he's charged for. That's not something that you let anybody out for. But it's she's still digging in there, hoping that it's not the dude that she's been getting with for the past 2 years, and it is him.
Right. And I think with the whole Tommy thing is that you really see that it's really not about Tommy, because they're really trying to get Lobos, because the feds are offering him kinds of deals, but they still, like, whatever he was getting, the deal they offered him was not, to me, good, because he still was going to get 15 years if he took the deal. And then they tried to break him.
It's better than the alternative.
Right, well, I was curious what the alternative was.
I mean, with those kind of charges, I would assume that he would be in jail for the rest of his life.
They tried to bring his mom in to get him to flip, and then when he went off on his mom, they was like, okay, well, he's not about to snitch.
He don't care.
Right. And so Angela, like you said, tries to have the secret meeting. That doesn't work, and that's when he gets pulled into an actual arraignment. And the lawyer files to dismiss the charges.
Look at you looking at me for like a cosign or something on that.
Have you tried yet?
Yes, that's what happened. But because Angela's so messy and so bad at her job, she previously took over the portfolio with all the information to this case, and she presented it to Jamie, who the real ghost is. And he has a trump card. He pulls it out when he goes and talks to Angela about, I need you to find a way to fix this.
She's like, no,
I'm not fixing
Tommy
it.
is going down, and I think he should go down.
And you know what? He pulls that trump card out.
Bam.
Bow. And you know what? Tommy walks
free.
And Angela looks like an idiot.
She does, because the evidence basically that they have is this picture that was completed by the little 14-year-old girl that Nomar was talking to, or not Nomar, but the other guy that died, was talking to. And they're saying, the lawyer basically said that the ID of Tommy was based on an illegal picture that was drawn. And so that if that was the only evidence, then it's it was obtained illegally, so they don't have any other, evidence. So they had to walk. He had to walk.
The chain of evidence was contaminated.
Yeah.
So then what else about Tasha gets in there? Tasha's out because...
Oh, well, no. When she went to go to Ghost, he basically still wants to be with her, though.
What, Angela?
Yeah, because he says, like, still, I want you to still be with me. He was like, this is what we've always wanted. Now we got our chance. Now that Lobos is God, you can come with me. You can be with me. It's just like, no, I wanted to be with Jamie, not this other person. Somebody that came from the same place that I wanted to be in that got away. This must have been when you fell asleep.
I remember that part though.
Because she was like, you know what? You told me a long time ago that this club, you sell fantasies, and that's all you did to me. You sold me a fantasy. So she was like, tell me, are you Ghost?
Now that part though.
Yes, and he was like, if I was Ghost, would I tell you I was Ghost? And then basically...
That was a very good Omori Hardwick. That's what's up.
Yes, and so she gets upset, and she was like, F you, Jamie, and walks out. So
no, she says, goodbye, Ghost.
No, she tells him to F you, too.
Yeah, but she said, goodbye, Ghost.
Yeah, yes. She knows that he's Ghost now. Because he basically, when you don't deny something, then it's the truth.
Well, I have 6 toes.
So we go with Kanan. Kanan proceeds with his plan to kill Ghost so he can take back what he wants. What's mine? He's Cookie.
Mine.
He comes in like Cookie. He wants
I
what's
won't have
his.
his company back.
So basically, he sets a plan to kill Ghost. He puts up Sean to kill Ghost, which I was like, that was a dumb plan from the get-go. Because he was like, basically, you're going to drive, you're going to shoot him, then you're going to drive to a factory. So Sean, I can do this, yada, yada, yada.
And Sean ain't no killer.
Sean is not a killer. He sets out to do it, but that first plan gets derailed because there's a roadblock on the way that he was supposed to go. So he had to try again. Then he tries on his own again because he gets Ghost that truth. And basically, corners him, is going to shoot him, and basically tells Ghost that he's effing Tasha, that they're going to run away, that he knows about how he put his daddy in jail. And Ghost was basically like, Kanan wasn't on board, so it's either die or go to jail. And basically, I did your daddy a favor. So, which I think was kind of ballsy of him. But he was like, basically, you're not a killer, you're not going to shoot me. And Sean was like, I'm going to do it, man.
It was very emotional.
It was. And so Ghost basically,
pistol whoops him. Take that gun, schnock, go down to the ground and be like, get out of here.
It's like, you ain't no killer. And he was like, your dad doesn't love you either because he is trying to make you go down the same path that you was. He was like, go! Go! I was like
that. And Sean was like, that spit off his face and he left up out of there. Because I don't know what... I guess my whole thing is I don't know what they were trying to do with this whole arc with Sean being the one, because he didn't try to call somebody. No, that's later on.
That's later.
Okay, I'll let you do that.
Yeah. So I mean, I thought that was very because Ghost, I think, really saw potential in Sean, and I think he really protected him a lot from the
business.
The business, basically, because he known if Sean would have really got into the business, then that his life would have really went downhill from there. I think Ghost really had high hopes for him, thinking that maybe he would go back to school and different things like that, and really because Ghost wants a better life for himself. On the flip side, Sean goes to his real father, which I thought was a dumb move. Altogether, to be like, listen here, I was gonna kill Ghost, but you're actually not a good father. You're trying to make me go down the path that you did. And then Kanan was like, Ghost flipped you, and he was like, man, yada yada yada, talking all this smack, and you already know what your parents said about talking bad to them and talking back to them. You never win. So Kanan picked up the gun and shot Sean. Twice and killed them. So it was really sad, and then I was just like, but I was happy to see a little remorse in Kanan's expression for shooting him because first
Good
he shot
choice
him.
of adjectives. She's like, that was really great, Ghost, for not killing him.
It was good
I was
for
really,
him.
I was really happy that his father showed remorse after shooting his son in his head.
No, but because he could have just not shown because Kane he just don't care. For somebody to shoot their son, that shows like a level of I just don't give a. And then for like a second, it was like a glimpse that he really regretted what he did. And it was only a second, but it was nice to see that moment. As opposed to him shooting his son and not giving a damn that you shot your son. Come on now.
I think that it's unrealistic that he would have shot his son. But
No,
I mean,
think he would have. I think it was very realistic.
well, because Sean didn't really do anything.
No, Sean basically.
He just didn't follow through with the plan. But Sean didn't do anything. He didn't rat on him. He didn't.
No, but Sean
didn't do
basically
anything.
Sean tried to come in and basically say that his dad wasn't worth-ish, that, he's not doing all this.
What?
He failed the plan that he was supposed to do and different things like that. Basically.
What I know about most street dudes, it's F everybody else, but not my family. Yeah. They are real loyal to their damn family.
Listen, no.
Over anyone or anything else. Rest in peace, though, Sean.
It's the season finale of Power.
Yeah.
Season 3 though, I'm so excited. Next summer. Have a long time to wait. I hate summer shows that are really good because you have to wait such a long time for them to come back.
Speaking of which, summer shows that are good. Married to Medicine. I have the great communications from somewhere.
Yes.
All right, so Married to Medicine on Bravo.
Bravo Sundays.
Sundays, yeah.
It starts off with Heavenly and her husband kind of having a little debate because Heavenly's husband thinks that she's doing too much, basically. That he's like, you've been away for 3 nights out of the week, you're doing too much. First of all, like, really? 3 nights,
3 nights out of the week? I mean, that's like the expectation.
And he was like, you have all this
I'm not
responsibility to be here. And she's like, listen, I'm here when the kids go to school. I'm here when they go back, yada, yada, yada. And she was like, I do everything that you tell me to do.
We almost got through.
Almost
got through.
And so she was like crying because she wants to start this new app. And that he's like, basically like, you don't have time to do this. So they get into this like big argument about it, and then it's really interesting because
I feel like she took it. I feel like she internalized it too much because he wasn't really like coming down on her.
No, but
she started like welling up.
No, because she basically said like, I submit and I do everything that you tell me to do, and you don't let me. When do I get to do what I want to do?
When the hell isn't she not doing what she wants to do though?
What? He wants her to be at home, yada yada yada. He needs to also take some of that responsibility too to come home.
He clearly is if she's gone 3 nights a week. I mean, and I'm not saying that she shouldn't be gone 3 nights a week. I'm not saying that she shouldn't be, but I'm saying that I feel like she wants to do more for. I don't know what her rationale for it is.
She said she wants to do to make sure that she is well taken care of.
She wants her own security.
Like she already works part-time as a dentist so that she can be at home with the kids.
When the last time she been in somebody's mouth?
No, she works in people's mouths all the time. And her business is basically flipping dentist offices. Like she'll buy bad dentist offices that are failing, build up the clientele, and it sells them. What are you talking about?
I'm just thinking, what's a failing dentist office?
No, there's lots. Dentists and doctors' offices fail all the time for various reasons.
I've never known a failing dentist.
No, and she that's how she got a lot of her money, by flipping these dentist offices. I mean, just like people buy businesses that are
to some bad dental offices.
No, I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm talking about like I've never known a dentist office to fail.
Just like businesses fail all the time and people buy these businesses and sell them off to other things, it's the same difference. Just because it's a dentist doesn't make it exempt from it failing.
Come on, you're just telling me off this week, ain't you?
I'm just letting you know. Some frustration I gotta get off of me.
She goes in there and goes check on him real quick like a good wife will do.
Right. And they make up, and so she proceeds to head with her dating app called Pick, basically, which is going to be, she's going to get it developed, first of all, for $30,000 from this lady that's going to develop, which I guess that's how much an app costs, but I think you make so much more from it, I would imagine, because people are just downloading it.
If it's a subscription-based app.
So we'll see. And it's going to be released this September 23rd, the same day that Empire is back. So you can be watching Empire and looking for dates.
You want to download?
Oh, you gonna? Yeah.
No. I will not. What about you? Will you be downloading it?
Probably not. Well, because the main functions on there, and of course, I mean, I'm by no means superficial, but I mean, it's like you don't see anybody's face until after you start asking questions,
Right.
which is
Because they have an icebreaker question, which I think is a good, because a lot of times you can miss people with the BS. So you have an icebreaker question, and then if you like the response to your icebreaker question, then you can exchange communication. It also has a real-time photo thing where it's like, I can only see what you look like.
and that I don't like.
I love that because it's like so many people be having pictures from like 12 years ago, pictures of, they have a whole TV show called Catfish that's dedicated to people that's not even the people they portray to be. So let me see who you are
Because when
right
you
in
open
this
up,
very minute.
you had this picture of Beyonce right there for your face.
But you look like
You
this.
look like that.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
Right.
you're coming from Miss Foxy.
So, I'm just saying, but like, so that's why I think that is a good idea, and so much luck for her on that.
Good luck.
Toya's planning a birthday party for her husband Eugene,
Aw, that
and
poor-
then she goes
poor
like the
Eugene.
cheap route.
Poor Eugene. He deserves so much better than that because he's nice to Toya.
He is overly nice.
He's
to
really
her.
nice
And
to
she
her.
don't even work, does she?
She don't do
Well,
nothing.
she's trying to work
What-
for him.
Well, yeah, Toya has a lot of ventures, as all these women seem to have. They have
Right.
so many ideas out.
So she does a bootleg at the Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh
basically.
my God.
But it was a bootleg Buffalo Wild Wings.
There's a bootleg.
I mean, Buffalo Wild Wings
It
have
was
been
called
better.
656.
Yeah, well, remember Heavenly and her husband like said that we in the hood.
They was in the hood. And
Oh
with
my
Jill, we got
God.
to see meet Jill and her
Jill
husband.
and her husband, yeah.
And it was just like, and I thought it was selfish because like Toya spent all this money on whatever she wanted to spend on. She had this elaborate Halloween party, and you gonna do your husband at the bootleg Buffalo Wild Wings.
Bootleg Buffalo Wild Wings.
And then Jill comes for her husband, and I love them because I love their little comments. They were shading everybody from
They
the
were
moment they
shading
got out of the car. They saw Dr. Heavenly. They was like, is that Dr. Heavenly's car? And then she had one of those little tree air fresheners. They was like, why does she have that? He was like, what is that? And Jill was like, oh, that's an air freshener. He was like, why does she have that hanging in a Bentley? And she was like, well, I don't think it's really
a
a
Chrysler.
Bentley. It's a Chrysler with a
Chrysler with a
sticker.
Bentley sticker.
I was like, oh my God. Then they were in there.
Yes.
Then Jill asked about what she thought about the whole strip club thing. And then she was talking about, called Lisa Nicole's pyramid
Her pyramid scheme.
scheme. She
was
called it
trying
a
to run on her.
scheme. And
Trying to
then,
run on her.
then they got into this big debate about whether or not strippers are also prostitutes.
Which is ridiculous.
Is it though?
It was ridiculous the way that Heavenly was coming across about it, because stripping is not prostitution.
I think that is the road. So I think it's
Because you can just be a prostitute then.
You could, but I think a lot of these women, for varying reasons, get into stripping because it's the quick, easy, fast money, and then you get into that lifestyle, and unfortunately, one thing leads to the next, and unbeknownst to you, you turn in a trick. So I'm just letting you know.
My face on that.
And you know, Quad. I was happy that Quad's husband did show up to the party.
He knows
Big
his wife
genie.
is
He
best.
does. And then the crazy part of the night was like the men, I think, jinxed themselves because the men are sitting up there and they're like, you know what, this is fun. It's
Y'all
not-
are getting along,
it's
and
nice
it's all
to see the
happy.
women getting along.
Yeah.
And as soon as they say that, Simone is like saying basically like, oh, I want to have all the women crowded around. She's like, oh, well, I want to invite all you women to this event that I'm having. And then, you know, Lisa's like, it's a sporting event. And Lisa was like, oh, well, can I be in charge of the cheerleaders? And Simone was basically like, well, you're actually not invited. And so I thought that was petty.
Dang.
You know, it's not only it's petty. That was extremely disrespectful. I mean,
It was.
if you felt that extending an invitation to Quad and Lisa Nicole was going to cause some sort of situation, I can understand that. You don't want to have a friction event at your party, but you take Lisa Nicole aside and said, you
not
know,
embarrass her in front of
like,
all
you know what,
those
I don't
people.
think this is the best idea right now because I know everything that's going on with you and your lawsuit and all that. Don't do that in a group setting. It was very disrespectful, and then everybody chimed in saying it was disrespectful what she did to her.
Yeah, and she did not like that
She wasn't
too well
feeling
at
it.
all. And you know, Lisa Nicole was like, "Is this a repeat of last year?" Basically, Quad doesn't like somebody and makes us choose, and that's the same thing Quad is doing again. She don't like somebody, so she's making everybody choose. The women just need to tell Simone they're not coming to her event because it's just like we're not
Quad,
doing this
and Quad
again.
just needs to go.
And Heavenly's like, we are too grown for this. And
needs to
you
go.
know, Simone,
She's
she
nothing.
I like her. I think she can be fun when she can be fun. When she wants to be fun.
So this is episode 11 of this season.
It was fun to see her with Mariah.
For that ending episode about 3-4 weeks ago. So she gave us about 10 minutes of pleasure.
Don't try it.
I'm just being
I'm
honest.
just saying, don't try it.
The patio.
But you know, Simone was like, it's not personal. You know, I just don't and it was like, it is personal because you don't invite me to something. Yes, it's very personal. Like, why would you tell me it's not personal? And then you disrespect me and not disrespect. Well, disrespect.
No,
but
disrespectful.
you embarrass me in front of everybody.
Well, embarrassment is something that you feel internally.
No,
But I mean,
that's embarrassing.
and she might not have been embarrassed by it. She might have just been like, this girl's a clown. Because it made Simone look bad. It didn't make Lisa Nicole look bad. It made Simone should have been embarrassed by even thinking that was a good idea to do at this girl's husband's birthday party, first of all.
Yeah.
And then let's cause this scene, let's walk out like, you know, that you're somehow offended because people thought that you said something dumb.
Right.
I'm just
Well,
saying.
that's that. And so that's our TV for the week.
That was it.
That's it. So make sure you click down here for some hot topics because they are so hot. Yes. And so like the video, share with your friends, and we will see you soon.
And watch Scandal.
Coming back September 24th, TGIT. All right, roll the credits.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. Deliver room, 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 deliver room.